In this video, we are discussing the relationship between market maker and a central limit theory. So this video does not have many technical details as previous videos, but explain how to apply central limit theory to market making in an intuitive way. Market maker works as a supermarket. For example, Costco. It does not produce or manufacture anything that farmers or manufacture. Market makers behave as an intermediate, connecting buyers and sellers. So market makers usually need to partner with exchange because exchange have customers, or they can build a dark pool as a liquidity providing pool. Let's think about market maker as a supermarket. Market makers do not wish to have too many inventories nor too much cash. So if you have too many inventories with no cash, sellers cannot sell something to you because you have no cash. If a market maker has too much cash with no inventories, buyers cannot buy from you because you don't have inventory. So we can also say market makers are liquidity providers where buyers and sellers can buy and sell in a very easy way. So in fact, every industry has market makers. For example, car dealers. Car dealers usually do not manufacture cars. They're intermediate between sellers and buyers. They do not manufacture cars, and they are not car final users. Let's recall central limit theory. Let's say there is a variable called RI, which is the return of your ICE trade, and we do not know its distribution. Central limit theory tells us that no matter what distribution that RI is, the sum or the average of the RI is a normal one. So assuming RI is identical and independent distribution, the expected value of the sum is the sum of the expected value, and the variance is the sum of each variance, as RI are independent, so no covariance there. And also, the expected value of the average is mu, and its variance is the expected value of average is mu. So let's see what's the average. So R bar distribution. The expected value is divided by n, and the variance is divided by n squared. So you will see the average variance in a decrease if the n goes up. So now let's see how central limit theory is related to market making. In short term, let's say 1 second, 1 millisecond, or 20 nanoseconds. FPGA right now can do tens of nanoseconds. In this term, price usually does not change a lot in short term. And the market makers is going to put limit order, ask a bid around the mid price or last executed price. So the shaded area here is related to the probability that your order got executed. The closer you put your bid and ask order to mid price, the more likely your order will get executed. But you have a lower profit per trade from bid-ask spread. So here, market makers' profits are usually from two parts. It's very noteworthy that you remember this 1 sigma, 2 sigma, and 3 sigma shaded area because it's really common to see and widely used in the industry. So let's say the two parts of the profits from the market makers. So the first part will be the transaction fee. And the second part will be the bid-ask spread. So first part, the transaction fee, and the second part is the bid-ask spread. Usually the transaction fees account for 80 to 90%. And the total profit is equal to the profit per trade times the number of the trades. So there must be some optimal solution to get the local maximum of the total profits, because if you increase your bid and ask decrease, your profit per trade will decrease. So let's see, that's the profit per trade. So profit per trade decrease, but you have a higher probability that your order get executed. So that's the trade-off. And here we calculate the total profit is profit per trade times the number of the trades that got executed. So if one increase, another one probably decrease. So we need to find some optimal solution, local maximum solution to this equation to minimize or to maximize our profit. Or maybe you need some sigma in your objective function to maximize your Sharpe ratio. Let's get deeper into the market maker's intuition. Let's look at how market will affect a market maker's decision. So there is a lot of variables in the market, and it happens, it changes at every minute, every nanosecond, every millisecond. Let's start from the first variable, which is the sigma. So let's say right now the market volatility increases, which means that it is more likely to buy cheaper and sell higher. So market maker will lower the bid and higher the ask, so the profit per trade will increase without influencing the probability that your order get executed, because you have wider bid-ask, you have wider bid-ask spread due to the sigma increases. The second variable is inventory. Let's say I'm a car dealer, and right now I have a lot of inventories. This is not healthy because I have no inventory, have a lot of inventory risk, and I have to hedge it. So I want to sell it more aggressively and buy it more conservatively. So in which case I lower both bid and ask price, or even I do not bid because I do not need inventory. The opposite side is cash. So now if I have a lot of cash but no inventory, so I cannot sell to buyers. Therefore, I want to have more inventory. So to achieve that, I put more aggressive bid and more conservative ask. So we higher the bid and the lower ask. The fourth thing usually is your price prediction. Here we also need to consider another coefficient, which is called risk aversion. We don't take a lot of time here. If there is a price trend that I can predict it, for example, usually if you're a small market maker, usually you don't have the price or return prediction power. But if you're a market maker who has that power, if I predict the price will increase, they want to have more exposure to market, so they will increase the inventory, thus higher the bid and higher the ask. Similarly, if a market maker believe price goes down, market maker will lower ask and lower bid, or even don't bid. So that's the market factor for market trend. If you don't have the prediction power, you better hedge all of that. Alright, I think that's all for today's video. If this video helps you to build your intuitive math, so please give me a like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.